Well, a fair bit of twitchiness at the moment surrounding the BBC, and this comes after that quite bonkers Emily Maitlis speech, of course. I thought this was an interesting article in The Spectator. Thank God for Emily Maitlis. Finally, someone has had the balls to call out the pro-Brexit, pro-Boris bias of the BBC. And yeah, I mean, that view, and I'm sure some people do have it, it really is one of the most delusional things I think I've ever heard. And of course, a lot of sort of lefty, Remainery types have got very, very worried about and rattled about Liz Truss's comments on GB News, where she sort of slated the BBC a little bit. And it's clearly making some people very nervous, because you see the report over the weekend from The Observer there, Truss, of course, expected to become the next PM, signs that under the Conservatives, her leadership will press ahead with radical changes to the BBC, including ending the licence fee in its current form. Now, of course, I've repeatedly highlighted the fact that the BBC licence fee, is now the most unpopular tax in the country. If you want to be a tax-cutting Tory PM, why would you not start with cutting the BBC licence fee, and don't even think about, as some people are suggesting, whacking it onto another tax? I mean, for goodness sake, people should really be able to choose in 2022, shouldn't they? Whether they want to use the BBC services, whether they want to pay for the BBC services. But of course, they left the establishment very keen, as they were, of course, with the EU and so many other issues, just to maintain the status quo. Labour pledging to strengthen the BBC's independence and protect funding. They're talking about extending the charter period from 10 years to 15 or even 20 years. And you've got Lucy Powell, the shadow culture secretary there. BBC's future as a universal, publicly owned public service broadcaster would be safe. Now, I'm afraid the Labour Party are clearly out of touch with their own voters, because even among Labour voters, and this is the YouGov research of Labour voters, finds 31% of Labour voters now say the BBC licence fee is very unfair. That's the most popular response. And a further 20% of Labour voters say the BBC licence fee is unfair. So that's 51% of Labour voters say the BBC licence fee is unfair. And of course, when it comes to the rest of the country, that same piece of research, for instance, had 72% of Leavers, so getting on for 3/4 of Brexiteers, saying that the BBC licence fee is unfair. So we know, as I said, with Brexit, with the EU, with open borders, the lefty establishment want to keep everything the same. They want the BBC licence fee to be around forever, but they're completely out of touch with the country. And it'll be interesting to see, making these sort of remarks on GB News is one thing from Liz Truss, if she does become PM, as we expect to see. But will she follow through and cut and end the BBC licence fee, or will she bottle it? We'll have to wait and see, of course. But let me know what you make of this in the comments below, guys. Are you someone who thinks the BBC licence fee should be abolished? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.